Howdy folks, Zach Smith, Pest Dude. Hey listen, we're looking for mice, okay? Gotta be discreet because I'm in an office building. Nobody's here, but you never know. So you wanna be discreet when you're looking for mice, rodents. People don't like to know that if you're looking for them, that means they're there. You can freak some people out. So we're gonna take a look at how we look for mice and rodents. First of all, clean trash cans. That's a good sign. What are they feeding on? Obviously, we have harborage, okay? You've got to get rid of the food, the hiding place, or the pest. Getting rid of the hiding place here is impossible. Getting rid of the food, you got to get hundreds and hundreds of employees to play along. So getting rid of the pest is a matter of putting out enough traps with enough attractant that they'll go for, and check and reset a lot, and try to get the people who work here to do their part and clean up their crumbs. Get janitorial to clean up every night. Empty trash cans, throw away food. Mice will cache food. That means store it away. So if we're putting out attractant, but they've got a reservoir of food, maybe they won't come out for a while. I see Hershey's or Reese's peanut butter cup wrapper. I see this is not a problem, except if janitorial is roguing this place for food, they're looking under every nook and cranny. They're checking out. If there's pens, there could be food because nobody cleaned up the pen. What if the food's behind the pen? What if somebody kicked a granola bar back there and it's been feeding mice? Mice are great climbers. There's a pastry bag. There's a clamshell. That's all food scraps, okay? Mice can climb right up the fabric of these cubicles and hop in. Mice's favorite food, cheese. Excuse me, mice. Chocolate and cheese, two of mice favorite. The previous company is putting various food snacks on the glue board. I agree. Good idea. Do we know if we have mice here? What if we don't have them? They've caught several. What if that was all there was? One of the hardest parts of pest control is knowing when you're done. When you're looking for a 1-inch animal in 600,000 square feet of cubicle. So much of rodent control is thinking, what on earth would be the sign that the rodents are under control? What would be the sign that they're not? If nobody's seen a mouse in a week, does that mean the mice are under control? No. If there's so much food in the environment, can you possibly put out food to see if they're eating the food? Not 100% sure, you know. They want to know we're 100% done. And that is one of the hardest things to communicate. But it can be done. You got to think logically. You got to think about what it's like to be a 1-inch voracious rodent that likes to say, stay hidden. I just see food everywhere. When the customer or the customer's customer isn't able to comply with sanitation, you can't promise results. So when your customer needs results, but their customer can't comply with pest control company recommendations, best practices, then you are really in a stalemate. Okay, at a minimum, janitorial needs to be playing a part. There's no reason a janitorial vendor doesn't want to come in and make some money. Every afternoon, empty the garbage cans. Every evening, every night, vacuum. Everywhere. That's it. You can't do anything about the problem if everybody isn't as committed as you are as a pest pro to getting control. I can't make a fully fed mouse come to my mouse trap with any food. And I can't put a trap in a runway if they have no need for a runway because they live 6 inches from their food source, and they come out and nibble their crumbs and go back into the cubicle. They're in the partitions. There's a space inside of here. They can come up from the floor. See these black poles? Those are conduits of wires that run from floor to floor. They're running up and down those poles. There's dozens of those conduits throughout, filling them up with an exclusion material could be done. But is that the solution? No. The biggest solution is getting rid of the food source so the mice get hungry so they come to your traps. Otherwise, it could be a treadmill. Let's see if anybody came to this glue board. No. Let's see if this glue board has any attractant on it. It does. It has a little bit of chocolate syrup or Nutella, but it doesn't look fresh. Here's another. This video isn't designed to be exciting. This video is designed to show you that looking for mice in a giant cubicle farm is difficult. Very difficult. But that doesn't mean you give up. That means you double down on your communication. You really say, I'll be here forever if these things don't change. It takes that kind of bravado, if that's the word, to get your customer or their customer to play along. The mice are not in this, but if they wanted to be in this, they would climb right up here. This is all fabric, they can climb it easy and start feeding on this. Maybe they've drugged some of these back into the walls and they're feeding on the cheese. You never know. So you wouldn't think that you would have just a bag of bread in a kitchenette in a drawer system where the mice just jump right into the back of the drawers if they want. That's the thing about all drawers, file cabinets. Mice can get in the back of them. Mice can get right in a garbage can like that. But look at that. There's not mice in it yet. But how many of these little bags of bread do you have to find to find the one that's feeding all the mice that you can? So probably that's a wrap. I mean, you'll be at this for a long time if you're doing a mouse clean out in a complex property. Think about mouse a lot more like cockroach. They're teeny, quarter-inch opening or bigger. There's no way to close those holes in a complicated property. You can't get the food and you can't close the holes. You got to catch every mouse. And mamas are having babies every 21 days. How many mamas are we dealing with? We don't know. All right, that's it. Zach Smith, Pest Dude.